Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. Today's video is part of the 5 under 5 challenge. I will have more on that in just a minute. For my first project, I'm taking this Dollar Tree sign. I believe I got it this year, but it could have been last year. So I'm taking the bunny off the front and then the hanger. And I also have these little bunny butts from the Dollar Tree. I think they're adorable. So I used seashell pink from Folk Art and I gave it just one coat. And then I am going over it with a dry brush with the Plaster Waverly chalk paint. Then I'm going to take these 2 bunny butts. I just love them. They're so cute. And I'm going to cut the, like the dowel that's on it so that they are just kind of free. Anyway, so then I'm going to take these little bunny butts and I am going to hot glue them to the bottom of my sign. Now I'm going to take my bunny word that I cut with my Cricut and I am just going to place that on the very top of my sign. And then I'm going to take the apostrophe S and I'm going to add those to the side of my bunny butts. Can you see what I'm making? I don't know. I guess it's the child in me, if you will. But so my sign is going to say bunny butts. How cute. I don't know. I don't know where I come up with this stuff. But anyway, I thought it was adorable. And so here it is. So now I have these little wooden bunnies that Maxine over at Maxine Loves Crafts sent me. I will have her channel linked down below, and I'm just going to give them one coat of the Waverly white chalk paint. While those are drying, I have these little styrofoam eggs on a skewer or a dowel. I'm just pulling them off and I am going to cut them all in half. And then once that's done, I'm going to start gluing everything in place. So I am taking the bunnies and I have them facing each other and I'm going to glue those to the top of my sign. And then I'm going to take some of the egg halves and I'm just going to start kind of sporadically gluing them to the sign. And then once that's done, I'm just taking some of the craft paper from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to just cut a piece and hot glue it to the back. Use my finger sander to get the edges just to give the sign a more finished look. And the only thing left to do is to take the hanger and I'm going to just reattach the one that was already on there. I just poked it through the craft paper on the back and that's it. How cute is this? I don't know. Is it just me being immature or, I mean, bunny butts? Come on. I think it's adorable. Anyhow, let me know what you guys think of this one. Okay, so for my next one, I'm using the Plaster Waverly chalk paint and I have this crate from the Dollar Tree and a plaque from Michael's. I believe it was like 79 cents. Anyhow, so I'm going to hot glue the plaque to the crate before I finish painting it so I have a place to put my hands since I'm a little impatient with getting this project done. So I am going to give everything just one coat and I do the back of the plaque where it shows And then I'm just going to take this vinyl that I used my Cricut to cut out. It was just from Design Space, and it just says Peter Rabbit's Carrot Patch. Then I'm just going to take a plastic shopping bag and fill the bottom of the crate, and then use some of this Spanish moss. I believe it's Spanish moss. I got this huge bag at Michael's. It was a great deal, so I grabbed it. And now I have this carrot garland, and so I just cut it apart, and I cut the stems off. They looked, or the leaves, they kind of looked a little cheap. So I have this, I don't know, it's boxwood. I don't know if it's supposed to be there or not, but it looks cute, so I'm going with it. So I'm just going to hot glue them in place of the straw leaves that they had on there. And then I'm just going to add them to the crate. And that's it. Super easy, super cute. If you don't have a Cricut, there are plenty of printables or stickers that you could use in place. But I absolutely love this. Let me know what you guys think. So as I mentioned, this video is part of the 5 Under 5 challenge hosted by Missy at Crafty Cove DIY and Emily from Farm Charm Chic. If you have not seen these ladies, please go check them out. You won't be disappointed. I will have both of their channels as well as the playlist in my description box down below. And with all that being said, let's get back to the crafts. So for this next project, I have these 2 crates, and I got those at the Dollar Tree, and 2 of these candlesticks that I got from Woodpecker's Crafts, and I painted them all with 1 coat of the plaster Waverly chalk paint, and now I'm using some wood glue as well as some hot glue, and I'm going to glue the candle holders to the bottom of these crates. And then I'm going to take some more of the plaster and finish painting the tops of the candle holders and the bottoms of the crates. Then I am going to take some more of that Spanish moss, and I'm just going to fill the bottom of each crate. And then once they're both filled, I'm going to take the rest of these eggs that were on the dowels, and I am just placing them in the crates. And then I'm going to take the other half of the ones that I cut up, and I'm just kind of poking them in there so that you can't really see that they were cut. Then I'm taking this mesh ribbon, and that's from the Dollar Tree. And there are little spots that are thicker than other spots, so I just put dabs of glue where I could. And I'm just wrapping the crate, actually both crates, with this mesh ribbon. And guys, I don't know if you found this or not yet, but these are really, really gorgeous ribbons. So if you can find them, snatch them up. Once that's done, I have these burlap bows that I got from Hobby Lobby. They are my absolute favorites from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to take one and I'm going to glue it to each of the crates. And guys, that's it. These came out so adorable. Now this one on the right is a little bit lower than the other one, so I'll probably add some more Spanish moss just to kind of even them out a little bit, but I love how these came out. I think they're so adorable. Let me know what you think. So for this next project, I have one of these long Easter signs I got again at the Dollar Tree. I'm taking the hanger off and all of the staples, and then I just used my finger sander to kind of smooth out where the holes were. And it sort of fills them in too. So now I'm using the plaster, and I gave it 1 coat of the plaster, and now I'm taking more of this seashell pink, I think it was called, from Folk Art, And I'm just doing a light dry brushing over the entire sign. Then I'm taking this garland that I got at the Dollar Tree and I'm just going to tear it apart so that I can use just the eggs. I thought they were really cute. They have like a little buffalo check pattern. So I cut out these letters with my Cricut, and of course it's going to spell out Easter. And I'm just putting one letter on each egg. Now guys, if you do this, my suggestion is use the transfer tape anyway. I know they're big and I thought I could get away with it, and for the most part they came out okay, but there were a couple that were, let's just say, less than perfect. Then I have this happy, and for some reason the Y was pushed over more. I don't know if I hit something when I was creating it with my computer with the Cricut, but anyway, so I just moved the Y over and placed it down. Then I'm going to take these eggs and I'm going to arrange them going downward on this sign, and of course it will spell Happy Easter. And I'm just going to hot glue them all into place. And then I still had a couple of the half eggs, so I'm just kind of hot gluing them onto this sign as well. And because we waste nothing as crafters, I'm taking these little bows that were on the stick with the eggs, and I'm just going to hot glue them to the top of each of these eggs. And then once they're all glued down, I just go back through and I tack the tails down because some of them were just sticking up like, I don't know, alfalfa or something. I don't know. So then I'm taking some jute and I make a hanger, and then I started gluing this down and I got really lopsided. So I went with the other end, straightened it out. Then I pulled this part up and re-glued it down in a straighter fashion. And then took my finger sander and just went around the edges to get whatever excess off. And that's it. I think this one came out so adorable as well. You'll have to let me know what you guys think of this one. For my last project, I have this graphic that I found online. I don't remember where, I apologize. So I'm just cutting it in half, and then I am kind of placing it on the back side of this plate, which I got at the Dollar Tree. I believe it was a pack of 8. And I'm just pushing down to make the impressions so that I know where to cut. And then I'm just going to go around both pictures and I'm going to cut the graphic out. Then I'm taking this plaster paint from Waverly and I go over the plates with 2 coats. And then I also use this tray and I give that 1 coat, and I'm sorry I lost the footage on that. So now I'm taking these graphics and I tore the edges, and now I'm taking this ink pad and I'm going around the edges to give it like a more like antique look, if you will. Then I'm taking my glue sticks from the Dollar Tree and gluing the graphics to each of the plates, and then some hot glue to glue the plates to the tray. And then I have this ribbon. I believe it was from last year. I don't know if it came out this year or not. It's burlap and it has an Easter print on it, and I just cut enough to make a bow. I did the awareness ribbon and pinched it in the center and tied it off with some jute, and then I took a little piece of I dovetailed the ends, and then I took a little piece that I cut off to cover the jute in the center, and now I'm just tacking the tails to the tray and plate. And then once that's done, I have this bag of carrots, and I'm going to take 4 of them and glue them to the side of the bottom of each plate. And then I decided to go around the tray with the ink pad as well. And that's it. How adorable is this? I absolutely love this one. This has to be my favorite. I mean, aside from the bunny butts. But let me know what you guys think. Which one's your favorite? Let me know down below. So I would like to thank Missy and Emily for asking me to be the guest host this month. I had so much fun and it was truly an honor. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. If you're new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. And share with your family and friends, and I will see you next time.